Hey guys, Coach Jim here. Welcome to the Tower 26 Triathlon Training Program. I'm Coach Jim. I've designed these workouts to help you stay accountable, move you towards your goals, build you into the best athlete you can be. So follow the plan, knock out the workouts, keep them within your ability levels. So if there's a workout that's a little overreaching for you at this current moment, let's drop down that intensity level, but we'll get into that as we progress through your plan. I just want to welcome you. And in this video, I want to show you how to set your zones in TrainingPeaks, because a big benefit to the workouts we prescribe at Tower 26 is they are custom built to your specific metrics. But in order to get the most out of those workouts, you have to set the metrics correctly in your TrainingPeaks account. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. So what you will do is you will go to your TrainingPeaks account here. This is your personal account. You'll see your name in the upper right-hand corner. You see my name here. This is my athlete account. These are your workouts. As you complete the workouts, they'll turn green if it's a successful workout, red if the workout is not completed, and orange if it's either high or low on time, and you want a little longer, a little short based on the workout. But that's how you see that. What you're going to do, we're not worried about that in this video. You're going to go up to your name in the upper right-hand corner, click that little drop-down menu, hit Settings. Your settings menu will come up. You'll have a nice picture of yourself there, all your personal information. We're not worried about that right now. We're going to click zones on the left-hand side. You click your zones. Now, we all have different metrics that we use. Some of us only use heart rate. Some of us only use power. Some of us use speed, pace. We have our own specific zones. You want to set that right here. So what you do is, let's go through each one by one. Set your heart rate. If you know your max heart rate, if you know your threshold heart rate, you're going to enter that in here right now. If you don't know what your heart rate is, your max heart rate is usually 220 minus your age. Your threshold heart rate is usually 210 minus your age. So you can do that as a roundabout heart rate figure. So you'll enter your heart rate in here. So 175, 90s max, resting 60. Resting's around 60, 50 to 60, somewhere in there. So you can put that. You're going to hit choose calculation, lactate threshold, choose method. Let's go with the top method, Joe Friel, calculate. And then you always want to hit apply afterwards, all right? You can go in the subcategories here if you knew your bike threshold or run threshold heart rates. But for now, let's just enter our default heart rate, and that's going to be applied to all of our training, swim, bike, run. Next, if you have your power measurement, you want to click on power. You're going to go to the default power. If you know your threshold power, you're going to enter it here in this area. So you'll hit 360, threshold power for myself. Threshold power is going to be your selection. Then you go to Andy Coggin, calculate. Calculate, apply, your power is set. Speed, pace, if you know your threshold pace, what can you run a 5K in? What's your hardest maintainable effort over 20 to 30 minutes running? You're going to enter that into your threshold pace. So 609, let's say that's your threshold pace. Hit threshold speed, Joe Friel for running, calculate, apply. If you know your swim threshold pace, what can you hold for approximately 20 minutes of swimming straight? You can enter that here. Same thing, 120. Threshold speed, pick My Pro Coach Swimming, calculate, apply. Now, once you've calculated and applied all these different paces, thresholds, you want to go down to your save and close button. Save and close, and it's going to be applied. All those thresholds are going to be applied to your workouts. Now, if you don't know your threshold power, if you don't know your threshold heart rate, if you don't know your threshold paces, you can guesstimate, and as you complete the workouts, if you find they're a little too demanding or they're a little too easy, we can always adjust those paces, those heart rates, those power numbers up and down until we find that perfect threshold power for your specific ability levels, for your specific fitness level. So we want to be smart with those. I'd rather be on the conservative side than the aggressive side. But the first thing you want to do when you go into TrainingPeaks is set those zones. And like I said, be a little conservative over aggressive to start, and we'll dial it in as we go. Every 4 to 6 weeks, we do a threshold test. So this past week, we actually did a 20-minute threshold test together as a group, and a 20-minute threshold test as a group on the bike, and a 30-minute threshold test as a group on the run. So then you really dial in your thresholds by doing the tests. So that's how you set your zones in TrainingPeaks. If you have any questions, write us contact@tower26.com. We always have our Tuesday question and answer session with myself and Coach Jerry, where you can ask questions and we will answer them there. So if we have any questions on setting zones, how to set zones, we can always go over that in person on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So look forward to seeing you guys there, but get those zone sets. Welcome to the program. Let's start making some gains. Thanks, guys.